Hello students, I am Dr. Kalpit Ganesh Matre, Assistant Professor in Botany at Arts, Commerce and Science College, Lanza District, Ratnagiri. Today I will speak about structure and composition of chromatin network in the nucleus. In my previous video, I spoke about structure of cell nucleus, and in this presentation, I will speak about structure and composition of chromatin network in the nucleus. So now you all know that the nucleus is a highly specialized organelle that serves as the information and administrative center of the cell. And this nucleus shows four major parts known as nuclear envelope, nuclear pore, chromatin, and last one is nucleolus. So whenever we study nucleus structure, it is made up of nuclear envelope, nuclear pores, nucleolus and chromatin. And in this presentation, I will speak about structure and composition of chromatin network. So it is now clear that chromatin is present in the nucleus. Now we will see what is chromatin. So chromatin is a very fine thread-like coiled filaments which are uniformly distributed in the nucleoplasm. So whenever we want to define chromatin, we can say that chromatin is a very fine thread-like coiled filament which are uniformly distributed in the nucleoplasm. Chromatin is a complex of macromolecules composed of DNA, RNA, protein, which is found inside the nucleus of eukaryotic cells. So chromatin is basically composed of DNA, RNA and protein molecule which is found inside the nucleus of eukaryotic cells. Chromatin exists in two forms. Now in the next diagram I will show you chromatin. In this diagram you can see that blue colored chromosome is there, and at the base of chromosome you can see small thread-like coiled structures which are known as chromatins. I will zoom this picture. You can see blue colored chromosome is there, and these are the thread-like coiled filaments which are known as chromatin. So chromatin exists in two forms. First one is called as heterochromatin, or it is also known as condensed chromatin, and second one is euchromatin, or it is known as extended chromatin. So whenever we want to study the structure of chromatin, it is always present or exist in two forms: heterochromatin and euchromatin, or condensed chromatin and extended chromatin. The primary protein component of chromatin are histones. In this diagram, again I will zoom, and here you can see histones are present. So the primary protein components of chromatin are histones that help to organize DNA into bead-like structures called nucleosomes, by providing a base on which the DNA can be wrapped around. So here you can see in the diagram the primary protein component of chromatin are called as histones, and you can see few histone molecules in this diagram. And these histone molecules which are present in this diagram provides a base on which DNA can be wrapped around. And a nucleosome consists of 147 base pairs. So 147 base pairs of DNA that is wrapped around a set of 8 histones are called octamer. Here in the diagram you can see so many histones are there, and nearby histone you can also see nucleosome. A nucleosome consists of 147 base pairs of DNA that is wrapped around a set of 8 histones, and it is called as octamer. The nucleosome can be further folded to produce chromatin fiber. So in this diagram you can see the nucleosome is also folded and it produces chromatin fiber. Chromatin fibers are coiled and condensed to form chromosomes. Chromatin make it possible for a number of cell processes to occur, including DNA replication, transcription, DNA repair, genetic recombination, and cell division. So chromatin fibers or the chromatin make it possible for different types of processes happening inside the cell, and the processes such as replication of DNA, transcription, repairing of DNA, recombinant or genetic recombination, and cell division. So these are the processes in which chromatin has a major role. And in this diagram you can clearly see the structure of chromatin. A blue colored chromosome is there in this diagram. Here you can see thread-like coiled structures which are called as chromatin. Histones are there, nucleosomes are there, and finally a double-stranded DNA helix can be seen, which shows presence of nitrogen bases AT and CG. So this is how we can study the structure of chromatin in details. Now we will move again with few aspects of chromatin. So as said earlier, chromatin exists in two forms. The first one is heterochromatin and second one is euchromatin, and this is also called as condensed and extended chromatin. The primary protein or the primary protein component of chromatin are known as histones, which help to organize DNA into bead-like structures called as nucleosomes. In previous diagram, I have shown you the structure of nucleosomes also. So now a nucleosome consists of 147 base pairs of DNA that are wrapped around a set of 8 histones, and it is called as octamer. Chromatins make possible function in the processes of DNA replication, transcription, DNA repair, genetic recombination, and cell division. So again I will go back and show this structure of chromatin. So this chromatin is efficiently packed into the nucleus. In this structure, you can see that DNA is wrapped around histones to form nucleosomes. Here you can see histones and nucleosomes are there, and DNA is wrapped around histones to form a nucleosome. And nucleosome is comprised of 147 base pairs of DNA and 8 core histone proteins, and it is known as octomer. Nucleosomes are strung together like beads on a single string and packaged into higher order chromatin architecture. DNA, you can see DNA molecule is there, so that DNA is tightly bound in the nucleosomes or compacted into higher order heterochromatin is inaccessible, preventing the binding of transcription vectors, transcriptional machinery, and other DNA binding proteins, resulting in gene silencing. Chromatin is actively and dynamically remolded to alter gene expression and cellular programming. For example, during different developmental stages or in response of particular stimuli, large genomic regions may be silenced or activated, or nucleosomes may be unraveled to access specific genes and DNA sequences. Examining the chromatin structure and nucleosome positioning reveals epigenetic programs and mechanisms involved in specific cellular processes and disease states. So this is the structure of chromatin in a detailed manner. Now I will proceed further to make few important notes. Whenever people are studying these different structures, the same time people often confuse these three terms. So whenever people are dealing with structure or study of this chromatin, most of the time people often get confused with these three terms: chromatin, chromosome, and chromatid. While all of those three structures are composed of DNA and proteins within the nucleus, but each structure is uniquely defined. And we will see chromatin, chromosomes, and chromatids because most of the people often confuse with these three terms. So as mentioned above, chromatin is composed of DNA and histones that are packed into thin and thread-like fibers. The chromatin undergoes further condensation to form chromosomes. So here you can note that chromosome and chromatins are totally different. Chromatin is composed of DNA and histones that are packaged into thin thread-like fibers. The chromatin undergoes further condensation and it produces chromosomes. So, the chromatin is a lower order of DNA organization, while chromosomes are the higher order of DNA organization. So, this is how we can differentiate chromosomes and chromatin. Now, I will speak about chromosomes. So, chromosomes are single stranded groupings of condensed chromatin. During the cell division process of mitosis and meiosis, chromosomes replicate to ensure that each new daughter cell receives the correct number of chromosomes. The two strands are identical and connected at a central region called as centromere. So each chromosome is having presence of two strands, and those two strands are identical and connected at a central region, and that region is called as centromere. And third one is chromatid. So chromatid is either of the two strands of a replicated chromosome. Chromatids connected by a centromere are called as sister chromatids. At the end of cell division, sister chromatids separate and become daughter chromosomes in newly formed daughter cells. So this is how we can differentiate these three terms: chromatin, chromosome, and chromatid. So to summarize this topic, I will say that chromatins are a complex of macromolecules composed of DNA, RNA, and protein. Chromatin exists in two forms: heterochromatin, which is also known as condensed chromatin, and euchromatin, or known as extended chromatin. The primary protein components of chromatin are histones, which help to organize DNA into bead-like structure called as nucleosomes by providing a base on which the DNA can be wrapped around. A nucleosome consists of 147 base pairs of DNA that is wrapped around a set of 8 histones called an octamer. The nucleosome can be further folded to produce the chromatin fiber. Chromatin fibers are coiled and condensed to form chromosome. Chromatin makes it possible for a number of cell processes to occur, including DNA replication, transcription, DNA repair, genetic recombination, and cell division. And also, it should be noted that chromatin, chromosomes, and chromatids are three different structures or three different terms. Chromatin is very helpful and important in the process of growth and development of organisms. So this is all about structure and functions of chromatin. Thank you.